Hello everyone, welcome back to the session. Before going to that, please think and reflect. Who are the universal providers? That is food providers. How do plants prepare their own food? How can the plants perform all the life processes? Is there any specific arrangement of cells in the plants that help in carrying out these processes? Yes, if you reflect for these questions, if you write the answers for these questions, you will get the today's topic which we are going to see in the next slides. Okay, who are the universal food providers? Plants. So how a plant prepares their own food with the help of a particular specialized organelles called chloroplasts. How can plants perform other functions like respiration, excretion, reproduction? Is there any specific arrangement of cells in the plants? Yes. Every plant has a specific arrangement of cells in them, in it, that particular cells perform a different functions. The group of cells forms tissue. That tissue performs different varieties of functions in plants. So children, let us have a look here to observe the plants or recollect the information about the parts of plants and their functions through this video. Observe here, plant has many different parts that perform various functions. Do you know what are the parts present in a plant? Mainly there are two parts, root system and shoot system. Root usually grow under the ground while shoot usually grows above the ground. There are some other parts, stem, leaves, flowers and fruits. See, the stem is the stalk of the plant. It helps the plant to stand upright. The stem carries water and minerals from the roots to the leaves and carries food prepared by the leaves to the different parts of the plant. Branches are parts that grow from the stem. Leaves grow on the stem and branches. They are usually green in color due to the presence of chlorophyll, which helps them in prepare food. Leaves have tiny small openings called stomata, through which plants take in and give out air. These stomata not only helps in gases exchange, and also this stomata helps in transpiration process. What is transpiration? Excess water present in plants evaporates through stomata into atmosphere. That process is called transpiration. Transpiration and gases exchange, both the processes occurs through stomata. Okay. And flowers are the reproductive parts of the plant. They come in different shapes, sizes and colors. The flower performs reproduction, that means pollination and fertilization occurs in flower, and later it turns into fruit. Fruits have seeds in them. That when we sow that seeds in the soil, that seeds gives us new seedlings. And the roots helps to anchor the plant to the ground. Roots absorb the water and minerals required for the growth of the plants. So children, you have seen different parts of the plant. Okay. Now I want to give you a gist of the parts, how the parts are prepared in plants. Every part of plant has tissue in them. That tissue is made up of cells. That means cell is the basic unit of life. The group of cells which are similar in structure and functions is called tissue. Tissue makes up organ or part. Organs makes up organ system. Organ systems makes up life form. That may be the plant or animal. So children, today I want to discuss you about the plant tissues. Okay. Through this lesson, learner going to learn that explains the functions of meristematic tissues, draws the diagram of TS of dicot stem, conducts experiment to observe onion peel cells, epidermal cells of spinach or rio leaf, cells in onion root tip, etc. Identifies the diversity of cells present in root and shoot. Gives reason for why the tip removed roots do not grow. Okay children, to identify the diversity of cells in plants, for that we have to do some experiment to observe that diversity. First I am going to show the experiment performed by my children or my students. They are performing the experiment to observe the epidermal cells of the leaf. For that, they took the spinach leaves, brush, beaker with water, glass slide, cover slip, white paper, or you can take filter paper and compound microscope. First, what we have to do to observe the epidermal layer, she is peeling off the leaf from the lower epidermis. The peel should be very thin, then only we can observe the cells arrangement or the tissue present in the lower epidermis of the leaf. Make sure that peel should not get any foldings. Clear that foldings with brush and keep the cover slip on it. Press it gently and remove the excess water present on the slide. Observe the slide under microscope. Then you will see the arrangement of cells like this. See the arrangement of cells in the lower epidermal cells, the shape, and you are observing the stomata also. See, these are the stomatas. They are closed. They are closed in position now. Okay. Yeah, children, you observe the arrangement of cells in lower epidermal cells of spinach leaves. And again, I want to show another one type of arrangement of cells. For that, here they are performing another one experiment. They are observing the nucleus in onion peel cells. For that, we require methylene blue, water, watch glass, forceps, brush, glass slide, cover slips, razor, onion, white paper or filter paper, compound microscope. First, what we have to do, we have to take the thin peel from the onion. For that, we require a razor, Observe how they are taking the peel from the onion. By using forceps, you have to take out the thin peel of the onion like this and keep it in methylene blue water. That stain is absorbed by nucleus. Then we can clearly see the arrangement of nucleus and the cells arrangement also. The peel should not get any foldings. For that we require brush and cover that with cover slip. And now it is ready to observe the arrangement of cells in onion peel. Yeah, you are observing the onion peel cells and there is a blue dot in the middle of cells, that is nucleus. See here. Yeah, these are the onion peel cells. Children, you have observed that the cells arrangement in leaf epidermal cells and also in onion peel cells. Are they similar? Then I am moving to another one experiment, that is to observe the cells in onion root tips. For that, what we have to do? First we have to grow the root tips of the onion. For that we require glasses and onions. First we have to fill the glasses with water like this. You should take the transparent glasses. Then only we can easily observe the growth of the roots. Take an onion bulb slightly larger than the mouth of the glass and keep like this on the mouth of glass. The roots of the onion should touch the water, then only they can easily grow. Not the full complete onion, otherwise it gets rotten. Okay. After a few days, onion, you are observing that the onion roots are grown, they are sprouted. What we have to do? We have to take the tips of the onion. Collect a few tips from the onion like this. You are observing the root tips of the onion. Add methylene blue to the root tips. They absorb the stain and we can easily observe the nucleus in the cells of the onion root tip, how the nucleus is located, how it is dividing. Those are all we can easily observe if we stain that onion root tips. Okay, what she is doing there? Yeah, she is removing the excess water in the watch glass. Now the onion root tips are ready. You have to place it on the slide. Add glycerin and place a cover slip on it. remove the excess water present on the slide, and now it is ready to observe under microscope. If we observe that under microscope, the cells will be looks like this. See the cell elongation in the chromatids division. Here see the metastasis phase. Here you are observing different phases of mitosis like prophase, metaphase, anaphase, like that. See the single cell is divided into two cells. That means here what is happening? Cell division is occurring here in the tip of the root. Okay, these are the cells. The blue big dots are nuclei. Okay, each cell has one nucleus in it. Okay, here the nucleus is divided into two, and after that later this cytoplasm also divides, and this one cell divides into two parts. And again observe this picture. Here also this is also the picture of a root tip of the onion. So that means what you observed in this activity, lab activity, in the tip of the cells which we had observed earlier, in the epidermal cells and in the onion peel cells, there is no division, cell division you did not observe. But here in the tip of these cells, you observe the cell division, division in nucleus and cytoplasm, division in cytoplasm, single cell divides into two cells, cell elongation you observed in this slide. Okay, how it is happening, what is the reason why the tip of the onion root has this type of cell division means there is a special tissue for the growth of the tip of the onion root or tip of the shoot. In any plant, not only in onion, in any plant there is a particular tissue present for the growth. I will tell you the name later. Is it really happen so? For that you have to do one activity at your home. For that you have to take the sprouted onion like this, remove the tips of the roots of the onion, some of them only, not all, and keep this onion on the glass like this, and observe the growth of the roots, tip removed roots and roots without removal of the tip, in which roots growth is normal as usual, you observe. Okay, then you will find the answer which roots has growth in it. Okay, and I want to explain you one interesting thing. This is the stump. Why the people is keeping this stump at their home? Why they are not removing the stump which do not have any leaves and flowers? Because the stump will soon bear leaves like this. See the leaves on this. Later it becomes like this. How will the leaves come? Do you know the answer? What is the reason how the stump bear the leaves or will produce the leaves? What helps the stump to produce the leaves? Did you know? For that you have to observe the tissues present in plants. What are the tissues present in plants? What they do for plants? First one is meristematic tissues, overall growth and repair of the plant. Dermal tissue, second one, that is the protecting tissue. The third one is ground tissue, packs other tissues of the plant. Fourth one is vascular tissue that helps in transport materials like water and food. These are the tissues present in plants. First, I want to explain you about the meristematic tissue. What is the importance of this tissue, where it is located, I will tell you. See this in meristematic tissue there is apical meristem, lateral meristem and intercalary meristem are there. Apical meristem helps in growth in length of the plant and the lateral meristem helps in growth in the girth of the stem. This lateral meristem is also called as cambium. And what about intercalary meristem? This intercalary meristem helps in producing the leaves, flowers and branches also. Okay, that means in the place of meristem, you had observed in onion root tip that onion root tip cells are going under division. That means that cells has this meristem. That cells has this meristem, especially apical meristem. So that is why they are dividing. Meristematic tissue has the nature of dividing. It always divides and produces new cells. Because of the new cells, plants growth occurs. Okay, I will show you with the help of video. So let us observe this video, how the plant grows. See how the seedlings growing here because of the meristematic tissue present in the tip of these shoots. Here how the roots are growing under the ground. Observe here, that is the root, growth in root. Tip of the root we are observing now. If we observe closely longitudinal section of that root tip, you are observing the meristem. If you observe the meristem clearly, the cells are dividing here. The cell division leads to growth of number of cells. Here the cells elongation also you can see. See, there is a cells elongation and cell division you are observing. That leads to growth of the root. Here you are observing the Nigella alga. See, the apical cell helps in the growth of the shoot or stem. How they are growing? See, internodal space is increasing because of the division in the meristematic tissue. And also in multicellular plants like bean plant, the tip of the shoot has meristematic tissue, and that meristematic tissue undergoes cell division that leads to elongation of the stem. That is you are observing now. Okay. Okay children, you observed the meristematic tissue in roots and also in shoot. Okay, and you had seen that the arrangement of cells in root tip. Now I want to show you the arrangement of cells in stem. Okay, for that what we have to do, we have to perform one experiment. For that we require dicot stem pieces. You can take any dicot stem pieces like cucumber or tamarind which is available in your area. and watch glasses, cover slips, glass slide, forceps, brush, razor, dropper, needle, saffronin, glycerin, water in beaker. These are all the materials required to observe the arrangement of cells in dicot stem. What we have to do first, we have to take the thin slice of the dicot stem. For that we need a razor, not a razor, razor. Okay. We have to take the peels, we have to take the sections from the dicot stem like this. Very thin sections we have to take, and later keep that sections in water present in a watch glass. Wash the sections properly in the watch glass. Later transfer those sections from water to another watch glass which has saffronin in it. Okay. Then the sections absorbs that stain. Then we can easily observe the arrangement of cells in the section. Okay. Take off the sections from the saffronin and wash it in the water. Later transfer those sections onto the slide. Okay. Add one glycerin drop on the section, and next place a cover slip on it like this, and now it is ready to watch under microscope. Children, observe the arrangement of cells in stem. See, this is the arrangement of cells in stem. The cells are here in the middle are looking alike. Those are ground tissue. Okay. The thick colored cells you are observing are called vascular tissue. Here this is called meristematic tissue, and the outer one is called dermal tissue. That means we observed 4 kinds of tissues here. Okay. Ground tissue, vascular tissue, meristematic tissue, and the dermal tissue. Okay. Okay, children. Then where the meristematic tissue located here particularly, if you want to observe like this. This cambium. Cambium is also called as lateral meristematic tissue. Okay. In between phloem and xylem there is cambium present. This cambium helps in the growth in the girth of the plant. Okay. If you see the cells structure, these cells have similar structure. So the group of cells which are similar in structure and in functions is called as tissue. I told this is phloem tissue and this is xylem tissue. In between there is a cambium, that is a meristematic tissue that helps in the growth in the girth of the plant. Okay. And we had observed the cells arrangement in root as well as in shoot. Now the cells present in meristematic tissue are, I want to summarize here, small and have thin cell wall, living with the prominent nucleus and abundant cytoplasm, compactly arranged without intercellular spaces, continuously dividing cells. See, this is very, very important. Continuously dividing cells. Because of this continuity in division, that leads to the number growth in the number of cells. That leads to the growth of the plant. Okay. And the complete summary of this class. In plants, four major types of tissues present. They are meristematic, dermal, ground and vascular tissues. Meristematic tissues are present on the tip of root and shoot, sides and between layers of other tissues of plant. This tissue helps in the growth of the plant. Okay? Dear students, write the answers for these questions and send those answers to your teachers. Okay? Which tissue causes the growth in the length and girth of a plant? Draw the diagram of T.S. of dicot stem. Write the procedure to be followed to observe the cells of onion root tip. What are the materials required to observe the epidermal cells of leaf? What happens if we cut the tip of onion roots? Write the functions of meristematic tissues. Okay. Thanks for watching. This is Pavitra, SA Bioscience from ZPHS Kattipalli. Please subscribe my channel and share, like my videos. You can get more updates of my lessons if you subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and I will meet you again with another topic. Until then, bye.